Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about a storm that is usually very big, and this type of storm incorporates many different types of weather. And this storm is called a hurricane. That's why the title of our book today is Hurricanes. This is a Scholastics book and it was written by D.N. Kells. What is a hurricane? It is a summer day at the beach. The wind starts to blow. Dark clouds roll in, big raindrops start to fall. You better go home. A big storm with heavy rains and high winds could become a hurricane. Hurricanes are large circular storms that form over the ocean. They form not over land. Hurricanes form over the ocean. They can be more than 100 miles wide. Hurricanes have wind speeds of more than 74 miles per hour. That is strong enough to snap trees and damage buildings. Hurricanes are very powerful. Where are hurricanes? Hurricanes have different names in different places. We call them hurricanes in North America. People in Japan and the Philippines call them typhoons. In countries around the South Pacific and Indian Ocean, they are called cyclones. Hurricanes start as tropical cyclones near the equator. Remember the imaginary line in the middle of the globe, if you remember the globe we have in our classroom. The equator is an imaginary line around the middle of the earth. The area around the equator is called the tropics. It is always warm in the tropics. Tropical cyclones have very strong winds that whirl in circles as they move across the sea. The word cyclone comes from a Greek word meaning coil or circle. How do hurricanes form? Hurricanes can take many days or weeks to form. Heat from the sun makes ocean water evaporate. The seawater turns into water vapor and rises into the air as a gas. As the warm air rises, it cools and condenses into water droplets. The water droplets form clouds, and you knew that already. Near the equator, the temperatures make the seawater evaporate quickly. Remember that imaginary line in the middle of the globe? It's very hot over there. Lots and lots of water evaporates very fast. That means there's more warm, moist air to form storm clouds. Whirling winds. As more storm clouds form, they bend together. Winds blow the clouds in a spiral. They form a ring around the center point and start to spin faster and faster. A column of air forms in the center of the storm. A tropical storm with wind speed of more than 74 miles per hour, more than 74 miles per hour is called a hurricane. Wow, look at how strong the wind is and how it's blowing and bending the trees on this picture. In the eye of a hurricane has three parts: the eye wall, and the rain bands. And now let's read about each one. A hurricane has three main parts. The hole in the middle is called the eye. It marks the center of the storm. The area around the eye is called the eye wall. That is where the winds and rain are strongest. The wind here can reach 200 miles per hour. The other rim is made up of rain bands that spiral out from the storm. It is very calm in the eye of the hurricane. The eye stretches from the surface of the earth to the top of the clouds, and the eye sky, you can look up and see blue skies. Watching for hurricanes. Hurricanes are huge storms, and the work of watching for them is just as big. Scientists who track storms use different tools to measure rainfall, wind speed, and other conditions. These tools can be found on land, at sea, and even in space. Satellites circle Earth many times each day. Scientists use information from satellites and other tools to track storms and predict weather. An anemometer is a tool that measures wind speed and wind direction. A satellite gathers information about the Earth's oceans, land, and atmosphere. So scientists use different tools to measure what's happening in the atmosphere so that they can predict weather. Hurricane safety. Hurricanes can cause flooding, storm surge, and high winds. Stay safe during storms. Listen to weather reports. They will tell you if there is a chance of a hurricane in your area. Know the difference between a hurricane watch and a hurricane warning. Now, what is a hurricane watch? A hurricane watch means watch out. A hurricane is possible in your area within the next 48 hours. Pay attention to weather forecasts. Now, a hurricane warning means act now. A hurricane is likely to hit your area within 36 hours. Make sure you are prepared for possible emergencies and power outages. Boys and girls, our book has a glossary at the end, and this glossary is actually very special. You have the definition of the word, explaining what the word means, and in this book you also have a picture so you can imagine, you can visualize better what they're talking about. This glossary is rather special. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed learning about hurricanes. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope to see you again soon.